Onegaishimasu. Hi, good evening. Today is February 10th, 2021. And this week's theme, or today's and Friday's theme, will be working on yokomenuchi, side head strike. If you have a Joe, at least for some of the stuff I'll be showing, it can serve as a good mimic or a good way to simulate what's going on with the arm. We'll be using our co-group partner for this, but when we go to do it empty-handed, if you have a Joe handy, it might help. So with that being said, let's go ahead and stand up and get started. If you have a Joe, great, but if not, you can definitely do these open-handed, but it's some basic tai sabaki or body motion exercises. So we're just going to go ahead and start with a basic kaiten, a basic pivot. So I'm here, left or hidari hami. I'm going to draw the full length and then look behind me. So now I've got my right hand, right foot in front. Okay? So as we're here, left or hidari hami, we draw the full length. We look behind us, let the Joe go forward. Now we're in right or midi hami. Do the same thing again. We draw the full length, pivot, let the Joe go forward. We're back to hidari hami. That's ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay. Basic tenkan for me. I draw. Actually, I'll put this on my stomach. Pivot. Draw my foot back. As I draw my foot back, my shoulder should turn. Now I've got my left hand left foot forward here. I draw, pivot, foot back. I'm back here with my left side forward. For me, a basic tenkan, your hami does not change, so it's always left. Or whichever foot starts in front. Sorry. So here, we draw the full length, we pivot. We draw our right foot back. Joe comes forward. Yep. Draw the full length. Pivot. Foot comes back. Bam. Draw. Pivot. Foot back. Yep, there you go. There's again. Draw. Pivot. Foot back. Draw. Pivot. Foot back. Draw, pivot, foot back. Okay, last set. Draw, pivot, foot back. Last one. Draw, pivot, foot comes back. Okay. Now we'll have our right foot forward or midi hami. So our right hand, right foot should always be in front. So as we draw, pivot, draw that foot back. Our right hand should be in front. Yep, there you go, good. Draw, pivot, foot back. Good. Draw, pivot, draw that left foot back, and let that right hand come forward. Yep. Draw, pivot, and that left foot comes back, let that left hand go with it. Excellent. Draw, pivot, left foot back. Good. Draw, pivot, foot back. Last set. Draw, pivot, foot back. Last one. Draw, pivot, foot back. Okay, so now irimi tenkan or stepping and turning. If I start here, left or hidari hami, I'm going to draw, step, pivot. Then as I draw my foot back, my opposite hand, opposite foot come in front. Okay, so now here, right or midi hami. As I draw, I step with my left, pivot, right foot comes back, left hand, left foot are in front or hidari hami. So as we're here together, we draw, step with the right foot, pivot, draw the left foot back, right hand comes forward. Good. Draw, step with the left foot, pivot, bring the right foot back, left hand goes forward. Good. Draw, step, pivot, foot back, right hand forward. Good. Draw, step, pivot, foot back. Okay, one more set. Draw, step, pivot, foot back. Last one. Draw, step, pivot, foot back. Okay. Now the one we'll be using the most often this evening, front foot tenchin. So I'm here, I draw, I look to my lead side, I draw that foot back. Now my opposite side's in front. So I'm here, draw, look to my lead side, draw that side back, bam, forward. And reset. Draw, look, step back. Good. Again. Draw, look, step back. Okay, two more. Draw, look, step back. One more. Yep. You're doing good. You're doing good. Draw, look, step back. Yep. Yeah, ideally, in the ideal world, you should be at a 45-degree angle. Or 45-ish. So here, right underneath me, it's going to be the same thing. So right hand, right foot in front. I draw, look to my right, draw my right foot back, left hand comes forward. Good. And again, here, we draw, look to the right, foot back. Good. Draw, look, foot back. Two more. Draw, look, foot back. Good. Last one. Draw, look, foot back. Okay. Just so we cover all the sabaki. Now, rear foot tension, we'll draw. Now we'll look to our open side and we'll draw that back foot. But our hand and foot stay in front. So there's no changing of the feet on this one. So here, we draw, we look to our side, slide back. Yep. Set, draw, look to our side, slide back. Again, draw, look, back. Okay, two more, draw, look, back. Good, last one, draw, look, back. Okay, right your meet behind me. So we draw, now we look to our left side, that's our open side, left foot slides back, bam. Draw, look, back. Yep. Then draw, look, back. Nice. Two more, draw, look, back. Good. Last one, draw, look, and back. Okay. So, as I said earlier, today's class is going to be focusing on yokomenuchi side edge strike. So we're going to primarily concentrate on the idea of open-handed striking to the side of our head. I'm going to go ahead and use CAP, COVID-approved partner, for some of this to show. Then I'm going to show how we can use the Joe to kind of simulate the arm a little bit so you get a little bit of that feel. So, here, Cap. Okay, so my partner's going to come in here, and I don't know if anyone here remembers Judo Chop from the 60s and 70s, bad movies. No, okay, I guess maybe it's just me. But that's what they're doing. This kind of chop to the side of my head. As I step forward and do that, I'm going to do that front foot tenchin because it's coming at an angle. I want to, don't like to use this word, I want to blend with that angle. And when I do that, my hammy changes, and now I have a hold of the arm. And I have a hold of the arm this way. I'm going to come underneath to begin with. We're going to start with ikkyo, and we're going to work our way up from there. So right here, we come up, and we cut down. As we cut down here, we step towards our partner, away from our partner, coming down to pin. Is this the only way to do ikkyo off of yokomenuchi? No. There are tons of ways to do it. This hopefully is going to be a way to do it in which we can explore a couple more things. So comes in here, strikes. I would do my front foot tenchin. So I'm here, got the hand. It's going to come underneath. Oh, don't give me your back. I raise up, cut down. As I cut down, step towards my partner, then step away. Ideally, I like to have their shoulder down. Move my partner back a little bit so you can see. Just realize you can't see the camera. So ideally, I like to have my partner's shoulder down. So I'm putting direct pressure down this way, controlling the point of movement. Other knee comes down, and then taking it out and pinning at least 90 degrees where the shoulder is. So thank you, Kat. Now, how do we use a Joe to help us see this? So if we're here, that yokomen would come in this way. So as it comes in, we do our front foot tenchin. Bam. We're here. Now, if you notice, I've got my hands positioned just like I did open, but now I'll come up and then cut down. This is the look I'm going to want to have with my partner. Okay? I don't want to be here. I want to be here. Their wrist is going to be higher than their elbow, higher than their shoulder. Because I want to bring my partner down and into the ground, coming down with it to him. Okay? Kind of make sense-ish? Okay. So let's try it together. So do the first two. Again, we're going to try to hit all four corners with it. We're going to go ahead and do it 8 times. So I'm going to do here, left or hidari hami. So that yokomen is coming in and striking here. As it comes in to strike, I do my front foot tenchin. Bam, here. Now from here, I can think of my front hand, yep, getting up underneath. I raise up and then cut down. At this point, I could have I like to have both of my thumbs pointing towards each other. Okay, and if you notice, that end of the Joe is lower than the other one. Step with my left foot into my partner, step with my right foot away. I bring my left knee down because that's closest to my partner. Now my right knee comes down. Hands come down to pin. And then I can get up. And no kicking your partner. So now we're here, right or hami. Good. So as they come in, we do this front foot tenchin. Bam. Okay, so this is where we would be having our partner's hand. We would put our left hand underneath, cut up, and then down. Now here, good. So step with my right foot. Oh, good. Step with my left foot. Away. Bring my right knee down. Bring my left knee down. Hands come down to pin. And then ideally my partner's on that side, I would move away from my partner. Okay, now facing into the camera. Gonna start here, left or hidari hami. Yep. So as that yokomen were to come in, I can draw front foot tenchin. So this is about where I should essentially have my partner's hand. So my lead hand would come up underneath, raise up, and then cut down. Just cut it down. So let's start it again. Let's start it again. So we're here, left or hidari hami. So, yep. So draw. Look back. Bam. Here. Yep. Yeah, we're just opposite because we're here. Now your lead hand comes underneath. Your right hand comes underneath. It's going to raise up. Now, as my left hand grabs this, it's going to be grabbing to the other side. So much. Here. So here. So as we're here, boom, there, because that's where my partner is. That's the end of my partner. Yeah. Okay, because that's where my partner's shoulders at. Okay, so we start here. there, front foot tension. So that's where our partner shoulders at, is at the other end of the joint, okay? So we raise up, we keep that pointed out, and then as we cut down, yes. Just bring it to, yeah, so right there, just put the jaw on the other side of your body. We'll start again, downward, so over here. We draw, we step backward. So our right hand, right foot in front. Yep. So that right hand comes underneath, raises up. So think of that side as where our partner's shoulder, right? Then we bring it up and bring it down, and it stays in front of us. So then we step with our left foot towards our partner, step with our left foot away from our partner. Our left knee comes down, our right knee comes down. Come down to hip. Good. Okay, let's try it again. Now, right or lead humming. So here. Okay. So as that yokomen would come in, you do that front foot tension back. Okay, now here, our left hand comes up underneath. Think of it as grabbing underneath this way. So here. So as we start here. So can you see my hands? Okay, so we come underneath. Now as we cut up, and then come down. Yeah. There you go. Other hand is with it. Thumbs point towards each other. Right foot steps towards our partner. Left foot steps away. Right knee comes down. Left knee comes down. Hands come down to hip. Let's try it again. As we're here, left knee come in. Okay, something's coming in and striking the side of our head. We look, we acknowledge it's coming to our head. We draw that foot back. Boom. Okay, so we should have our partner's hand right in front of us. I bring my right hand underneath. Now, as I cut up, I have my fingers point out that way. Turn them over. There you go, just keep turning it over. So, yeah, and then bring it down. Good. Left foot steps towards my partner. Right foot steps away. Left knee comes down. Right knee comes down. Hands come down to pin. Okay, last one. So over here, right or leaky humming. Okay, that yokomen comes in. And draw, and step back. Oh, here. Now from here, we have that left hand come up underneath. As we raise up, fingers point out, thumbs point out that way. Ah, okay. So there, now turn it over, and then cut it down, bring your second hand with it. Good. Now, right foot steps towards our partner. Good. Left foot steps away. Right knee comes down. Left knee comes down. And we pin. Okay. Now for the ukemi, we think about what's going on, what should be happening on the other side. We would be coming in and striking. As we strike, we do that front foot tension. The partner should draw us a little bit more. So here, that hand comes up underneath, and it cuts down to here. Again, wrist should be higher than the elbow, higher than the shoulder. They step in to knock us off balance, and then we step away to hang us into the ground. Okay, so if my partner's left or hidari hami, I'm also going to be left or hidari hami because when we strike with this, we're in an I hami stance. So as we're here together, we raise up, we step forward, we strike yokomen. Now, if our partner does a good front foot tension, they should draw me a little bit to the side. Okay, now from here, if you want to, I'll use my other hand. They would bring it up, and then cut down. As they cut down, the wrist is higher than the elbow, higher than the shoulder. Now they step in towards you, knocking you off balance. Now they'll step away from you and bring your shoulder down, hand comes down to here. Okay. Okay. So partners here, right or mikihami. On right or mikihami, I'm going to be striking with my left hand. So here, raise up, striking yokomen. As you strike yokomen, if they do a good front foot tension, they should draw me a little bit more over. Now, if you want to use your hand to kind of help you out, put it underneath your elbow, hip raises up, and then cuts down. Wrist is higher than the elbow, higher than the shoulder. Partner steps into you to knock you off balance. Then they step away from you to bring you down into the ground. That shoulder comes in, hand goes down, and hit. Okay. So now let's change perspective. Partners here, left or hidari. I'm also left or hidari striking with my right hand. Good, so here, raise up, striking yokomen. They do a good front foot tension. I should slide a little bit more forward. Now, as they would raise up, if you want to, you can use your other hand, bring it up underneath your elbow, it raises up, and then cuts down. Okay, as it cuts down, wrist is higher than the elbow, higher than the shoulder. They step into you, knocking off balance. Then they step away, handing that shoulder into the ground. Partners here, right or mikihami. I'm also going to be right or mikihami, striking with my left hand. As we're here, come up, strike, yokomen. As we do yokomen, they hopefully do a good front foot tension, so it draws me a little bit more over. Now, as they come underneath, if you want to, you can use your hand, come up underneath your elbow, it comes up, and then cuts down. As it cuts down, wrist is higher than the elbow, higher than the shoulder. They step into you, knock you off balance. Then they step away, bringing that shoulder into the ground and down. Okay. So next we'll do, that was yokomenuchi, ikkyo, omote. That was to the front of the body. For behind the body, it's a little bit more complex. So that's why I want to make sure we get the first one first. So, same yokomen, same front foot tension. Now, as I'm here, what we're going to do now is we come up underneath, we raise, we step with the other hand. Pivot, irimi, tenkan, kaiten. Okay, then same thing for 10. Inside knee, outside knee, and down. So, no, yeah, all right. Okay, so yokomen comes in, we do that front foot tension. Keep it down just for a minute, just for a second. As we're here. Now, as we come underneath, we're going to step to the outside of our partner. Hands are up. Then we bring it down. As we bring it down, think of corkscrewing or spiraling our partner all the way down. That's where that tenkan, kaiten comes in. Knees come down and pin. If you want to use a joke for this, so we start here with our front foot tension now. As we come up underneath, our partner's elbow is, our shoulder's there. We step, irimi, tenkan, kaiten. Okay? So that's how we have to make sure we have the omote down first Because now when we're moving, we strike this way, we start with that front foot tenchin. It comes up underneath. We step, irimi, tenkan, kaiten, and down. Okay, so let's try this together. So here we are, left hidari kami. So yokomen is coming in. So we do a front foot tenchin. Our right hand will come up underneath. Now remember, the other end is our partners, is where our partner is. So we step towards our partner, step towards it. Irimi. We bring that foot back, tenkan. Now, we'll do our kaiten, or we'll pivot one more time. Then left knee comes down, right knee comes down. Yep. And hands come down. So in this one, we corkscrew our partner all the way down. So there's no additional stepping, at least the way I like to show it. So here we are, right or ikyo. So yokomen comes in, we draw, front foot tenchin, bam. Okay, so we need to get to the outside of our partner. So hand comes up underneath. We step with our back foot coming in. Now from here, we draw that foot back, tenkan. Now we kaiten or pivot back to the front. Yep. Right knee down, left knee down. Hands down to pin. Okay, let's do that again. We'll use this perspective, okay? So here we are, left and down kami. Okay, yokomen comes in, front foot tenchin. Right hand comes up underneath. So we want to just grab the jaw right now with just our one hand, just so we get used to the feel. So our left hand, left foot step, getting onto the jaw. Now from here, we bring that foot back. Now from here, we're just going to kaiten or pivot. So we just pivot in place. Good. Left knee down, right knee down, hands down to pin. Okay. Right or ikyo. Good. So the yokomen comes in. Draw, foot back, bam. Now from here, we have our left hand, left foot in front. So we bring our left hand underneath, we can just raise it up. Okay, so we're getting to the outside of our partner. From there, we step with the right foot, comes up underneath. Okay, good. Now, here, we'll draw our left foot back. Good. Now, then we'll kaiten or pivot. So we'll end up with our left foot facing in front now. Right knee down, left knee down, hands down to pin. Okay. Good. Let's do this 2 more times. Then we'll do the ukemi. So here, left or hidari kami. So yokomen comes in. We draw, front foot tenchin, bam. Okay. Our right hand comes up underneath. But right now, we can just take a hold of the jaw with our right hand. As we step, our left hand, left foot come in. Now from here, we tenkan. Then we kaiten. Left knee down, right knee down, hands down to pin. Okay. Okay, right or ikyo. There we are, good. So, yokomen comes in, we draw, look back, front foot tenchin. Our left hand comes up underneath, raises up. We can just hold it with the left hand for a second. Step with the right, okay? Remember, that's where our partner is. Tenkan, kaiten. Good. Left, right knee down, left knee down, hands down to pin. Okay. So, for the ukemi, as we come in and strike yokomen, again, they do that front foot tenchin, should draw me up. Now, as my partner comes back behind me, my hand should raise. As it raises, I look. I want to see what's going on. Now, as it comes around, I'm going to have to make this circle around. And then as I'm coming around, my partner should be corkscrewing me down into the ground. Okay? A couple of the big things here on ukemi. For a lot of the Uda pins, wrist controls, you really shouldn't be stepping straight back because there's a body wrapped back right behind this hip. So think of making sure that you kind of angle yourself around it, just so you have a visualization of, oh, there's someone back behind my body here. I just can't bring my foot straight back. I've got to make sure it goes around the corner. Okay? So let's go ahead and do that together. Partners here, left hand hidari hami. I'm left hand hidari hami, striking with yokomen with my right hand. So as I'm here, I strike yokomen. They do the front foot tension, they're going to draw me a little forward. Now, as they do that step, irimi, my fingers are going to point down. Now, as they start to do that tenkan, my hand's going to start to come behind me. I've got to turn around that corner. And then as they keep coming down, I just keep going down into the ground and hand down to pin. Okay. Partners here, right or Miki Hami. I'm right, striking with my left hand. So here, good. We step strike yokomen. They do that front foot tension, drawing us a little bit over. As they step, they do that irimi. They're going to bring up our elbow. Our fingers are going to point down. As they point down, now as they start to do that tenkan, fingers are going to go back behind my hip. My left foot turns that corner, looking back behind me. Yep. And then as they're corkscrewing down, I just slowly let myself go into the ground and hit. All right. So, two more. Partners here, left here. Did I me? I'm also left, striking with my right hand. Over here, strike yokomen, drawing over, front foot tension. Now as a step, elbow comes up, fingers go down. Now as a tenkan behind me, hand comes through, foot comes around, and you're going to corkscrew down. Sorry, forward goes into the ground, and in. Okay, last one. Partners here, right underneath behind me. I'm also right underneath behind me, striking with my left hand. Here, step strike yokomen. They do a front foot tension. They're going to draw me forward a little bit. Now, as a step, hand comes underneath the elbow. Fingers go down. As they do the tenkan, my hand's going to come back up behind my hip. I'm going to have to bring that lead foot around the corner, and they're going to corkscrew down and just keep coming down into the ground and hit. Okay, so we're just going to start this one off with the Joe, just because we're running a little short on time, and I want to make sure we get through the technique itself. One of the classic ones from yokomneuchi is shihonage. So, as we're here, that front foot comes in, bam, here. Now, from here, I like to bring a cross. Now, if you notice, my hands look like they're crossed here. As I step forward, raise up, pivot. I should have my right hand, right foot in front. Yeah, just turn around. There you go. And then as I cut down, my right hand's on top, right foot should be forward. So let's do it again. It's okay. It's a little confusing. So as we're here, that yokomen comes in. So front foot tenchin, bam. Now here I would have two hands on my partner's hand. Okay? So from here, for shiho sabaki, I come across my partner. I'm going to cut open their belly. Now my left foot will step, my hands will raise up. Now from here, I will just kaiten or pivot. So my right hand, right foot are in front, and then I just cut down to throw. Excellent. Okay, now let's try it again. That was really nice. Oh. So now right irimi hami. So yokomen comes in, we draw, bam, back here. Now from here, we get to that shiho sabaki, so we draw it across our partner. So we want to have an opportunity, if you wanted to, we can hit our partner. I would never do such a thing. So right foot steps, raise. Now from here, just kaiten or pivot. So you should have your left hand, left foot in front, and then down to throw. Yep. And that's your basic shihonage omote from yokomen. So here we are again. You want to try where we're opposite or? Okay, so if it doesn't work, don't worry, we're going to change it. So here we are, left or hidari hami. Yokomen comes in, we draw, stepping back, front foot tenchin. Now from here, we draw our hand across our partner like we're cutting open their belly. Then our left foot steps, hands raised. Now from here, we just kaiten or pivot. Our right hand, right foot should be in front, and then cut down. Okay. Right or midi hami. Good, there you go, good. So yokomen comes in, front foot tenchin. Good. Now from here, draw across their belly. Good. Now step with that right foot and raise. Kaiten or pivot. Cut down. Very nice. Okay. Good. Let's go ahead and do two more just so we got it in. And I'm actually going to do it facing the same way. So we're here, left or hidari hami. Yokomen comes in, front foot tenchin. Now from here, drawing across the body, cutting over the belly. Step with the left foot, raise. Pivot or kaiten. Cut down. Okay, last one. Right irimi hami. Good. Yep. Front foot tenchin, so that yokomen comes in. Bam, getting out of the way. Cut across the belly. Good. Step with that right foot, raise. Kaiten or pivot. Cut down. Excellent. Okay, now you jump away for a second. So for the ukemi, as we're here, it's kind of what we did last week with the Ryo tutorial, except now we're adding just a little extra dynamic to it. So as I'm here, I'm striking yokomen. They do that front foot tenchin. Now from here, that's what I'm cutting open that belly, that shiho sabaki. And as they step forward, it raises up. And then as they pivot and kaiten, just take whatever kind of ukemi suits you. So here we go. Partners here, left or hidari hami. I'm left or hidari hami, starting with my right hand. So from here, raise up, strike, yokomen. Now they do that front foot tension, it's going to draw us a little bit forward. Now they do that shiho sabaki, it's going to bring us 90 degrees because they want to be able to hit us so we can't hit them back. As they step forward, that right foot's going to slide forward towards that camera. They're going to raise up. As they raise up, make sure you have your ear on your elbow. And then as they kaiten, so ideally your shoulders aren't over your hips. You're going to be a little bit off your hips. And then as they cut down, you can just step back, down to the knee, tuck, and go. All right. Partners here, left or hidari hami. Sorry, partners right or midi hami. I'm also right or midi hami, striking with my left hand. So here, your step strike yokomen, they do that front foot tenchin, drawing the screw. Now, they're gonna cut open the belly, that shiho sabaki. So I should be 90 degrees. So make sure the foot matches here. Good. Now, as they step forward, we're gonna slide forward with them. Hand is gonna raise up, ear on that elbow, and ideally those shoulders are off the hips. Okay, now as they kite that and cut down, we can bring our left leg back, tuck the knee, tuck, and roll. Okay. And I'm trying to think for maybe one more. So, partner to your left, your daddy on me. I'm left, striking with my right hand. So when you step strike yokomen, they do that front foot tenchin, drawing us through. They do that shiho sabaki, so we're going to go out 90 degrees. As they step forward, we slide forward, hand raises up. Ear is on the elbow. They kite down. We have to make sure our shoulders are on our hips. We're off balance. And as they cut down the throw, we take a proper ukemi. Okay, and chiming of the bells means that's time. Okay. Thank you all very much for being here in person, as well as those of you online. Next Zoom class on Friday, we're going to kind of do a quick review on yokomenuchi, ikkyo, omote, ura, ikkyo, omote, ura, as well as a shihonage, and then we'll get into a couple more fun techniques. So stay warm, stay safe, have a good night. So with that being said, let's go ahead and stand up and get started with the evening. And let's start with a little breathing. So inhale. Up. Exhale. Inhale. Up. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Okay, chin shoulder, each, knee, sun, shi, go, chi, hat, ku, ju, up and down, each, knee, sun, shi, go, chi, hat, ku, ju, arms forward, each, knee, sun, shi, go, chi, hachi, ku, ju, backwards, each, knee, san, shi, go, chi, hachi, ku, ju. Right hand goes forward, left hand goes backwards. Just a little bit of coordination, right hand is going forward, left hand goes backwards. Okay, now switching it, left hand is forward, right hand is backwards. Okay, and across each, san, shi, go, chi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, right hand up, and stretch over to your left. Up. Left hand up, stretch over to your right. Up. Right hand up, stretch to the left. Up. Left hand up, stretching over to your right. Okay, up. Okay, side, each, knee, san, shi, go, chi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, down to the right side. Left foot as flat as possible. Okay, switch over to your left side. Right foot as flat as possible. Okay, back onto your right side. Now onto your left heel. Okay, switch over to your left side. Onto your right heel. Okay, up. Together, bend those knees. Rotate counterclockwise. Each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, chi, chi, hachi, ku, ju. Clockwise. Each, ni, san, shi, go, ro, chi, chi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, straighten them out. Bend at the waist. Try to touch the ground. Okay, bend those knees. Shoulders up, head up. If you want to, bring your hands out, keeping them shoulder height. Try to keep those feet flat. Okay, straighten out the knees, bend the waist. Okay, bend those knees. Head is up, shoulders are back, spine is nice and straight. Breathing, good. Okay, straighten them out, bend the waist. Last time, bend those knees. Shoulders back, pardon me. Head is up, feet are as flat as possible. Try to make sure your toes are pointing forward along with your knees. Breathing, try to keep that weight even. Okay. Breathe. 5 more seconds. Okay, hand down into Seiza. Okay, circulatory wrist stretches, starting with ikkyo first, and keep those shoulders down, Sorry, elbows and shoulders, try to keep them down, and bring it right up. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju, other hand, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, ikkyo. Make sure that other hand is flat on the back of that hand. And bring that pinky back to you. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Same thing with the other hand. And bring it back. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, sankyo. So palm out, good, good, good. And twist out. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Same thing with the hand. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Kotegaeshi, wrist turn out. And twist it out. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Same thing with the hand. And twist it out. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Shihonage stretch. Like this with your left hand. Put that right palm on the pinky side, and then push it over to your left side. And when it gets max, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Now same thing with the right hand. And away, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ro, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Okay, take those left fingers, stretch them out, down. Okay, now the right fingers, stretch them out, and down. Okay, shake them out a little bit. Left hand behind you, right hand up, coming back to that left elbow, and reach that right hand across. Okay, come up. Sorry. Hold, cramping. Okay, right hand back, left hand up, and we got down to that right elbow. Up. Okay. Both hands back. We do both hands, try to get both elbows. We get both elbows, try to lay all the way back and down. Okay, up. All right. So, your right foot out. Left foot tuck it in. Try to keep that left knee down. Right hand out to your right foot. Now bring that left hand to the right foot. Now bring that chest down to that right knee. And up. Okay, switching over, other side. Left foot out, right foot in. Try to get that right knee down. Left hand out to that left foot. Now bring that right hand to that left foot. Now bring that chest down to that left knee. And up. Okay. Spread them as wide as is comfortable. Both hands out to the right side. Up. Both hands to the left side. Up. Both hands to the middle. And up. Okay. Go ahead and we'll do the rocking exercise. I like to start with my left foot up. Right foot is tucked in. Make sure you tuck your chin in. Those hands stay between your knees, between your shoulders. And each knee. San. Shi. Go. Ro. Shichi. Hachi. Ku. Ju. Okay, so from here, we're going to have to go ahead and try to go all the way around, or all the way over for a back roll. So we start here, start on that right hip. We're going to end up on the left shoulder. When we do that, it should be right here. So when I reverse it and do the other side, I put my hands out here, tuck that chin, now I'm on my left hip, and end up on my right shoulder. So as I'm here, I think of throwing everything back over that right shoulder. So I rotate that way. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to do 10. If you do want to, you can actually use more mat space. I would recommend it. So maybe move the Joes out of the way a little bit, that way you've got enough space. So if you want to do 2 or 3 rolls, instead of trying to do 1 and then reset, whichever works better for you two, okay? I'm going to try to stay in my own little space. So, excellent. Keep the hands out. Tuck it in tight. So whatever foot's in front, that hand let it lead forward. So yeah, there we go. So, yep. And now each knee, sun, she, go, oh, shichi, hachi, ku, ju. Nice. Okay, Jason. Okay. Yep, that looked good. That looked good. That looked really nice. Hope you look good on that. Okay. So those look nice. So now for the ukemi or forward roll, it's the reverse of the backwards roll. So here, I'm actually starting with my right hand or right side slightly forward. So I'll start on my right shoulder, but end on my left hip. So as I'm down here, some people talk about melting into the ground. I mean, if that idea works for you, or you can just think of being rounded, you know, whichever works best. But as that right shoulder is here in contact, my chin is tucked in, and then as I roll over, I roll onto that left hip. Okay? So if I were to do a Ushido ukemi or back roll, it should be the exact opposite. I start on my left hip, finish on that right shoulder. So if you do your back roll, your forward roll should hopefully be the reverse of it. So as you're down here, you get that lead shoulder in, you tuck that chin, and you go over trying to round your spine as best you can. So everyone's flexibility is a little bit different, so do the best you can. One of the big takeaways is we don't go over both shoulders at once. So we don't go straight over like a somersault. We'll come over at a bit of an angle. So that being said, let's go ahead and try to do 10 of these. I'm going to go ahead and do them all from the ground this evening. So here we go. Make sure you change each time. And each knee, san, shi, go, go, kichi, hachi, ku, ju. One more, please. Looks good. Keep the other hand. No, that's enough. No, just keep the other hand in front of you. That was it. That was the only reason it was a little not as round as it could have been. It's when I think of rolling, or especially the basic rolls, I always keep, if you notice, I always keep my hands in front of me. And I always kind of extend them out a little bit. Having these like little, like naturally curved arms. Yeah. So notice how that back hand is kind of coming back behind your body. So some people have thinking of the beach ball, where you have the beach ball, you're holding it, and you don't let go of that beach ball. So you just keep it there forward and backwards. Okay? So, but it's 99% of the way there, which is a good thing. Finally, Ushido Yoko Kaiten. We'll just do this a couple of times so we can move into tonight's techniques. Well, first with the sabaki. Over here, we go down to the right side, bring that left side over, right side comes down. Now let's go ahead and reverse it. So we're going to do left side down, right side comes over, left side comes down. We go back to the right, so right side down, left side over, right side down, we reverse, left side down, right side over, left side down, one last set, right side down, left side over, right side down, and last one, left side down, right side over, left side down. Okay, so